Welcome to the Nature's Wisdom podcast. I'm your host, Jessica Carmon, the founder of Resourced Apothecary. Resourced Apothecary offers accessible self-care practices, intuitively crafted herbal products, and handmade goods, all with the goal of connecting you to the deep well of your own intuition. It's time to rethink how you refill your cup. I have found that the natural world has wisdom to share if we are open to receive. I take special joy in translating that wisdom. Here in this podcast, Nature's Wisdom is delivered to you in the form of messages, medicines, and meditations. I share about the products I make and give guidance on using them to serve your very highest good. I am honored to share this space with you. Now let's get into today's topic. As we wrap up our focus on the solar plexus, I want to reflect with you on what has come up and how the solar plexus oil you'll find in the Resourced Apothecary store encapsulates all the energy we've worked with in this area. It has been a joy to focus on each chakra one at a time and to really sit in the energy of each center long enough to integrate the wisdom found there. I'm not one who has ever spent a lot of time in the solar plexus, so I was a bit nervous moving into this area. Dandelion came in with some beautiful wisdom and really helped me face all the stagnation I have in my solar plexus, built up from a lifetime of stuffing unwanted emotions down. This concept of excavating my fire with dandelion has shown up for me in interesting ways. I definitely found it to be a painless process. Isn't it funny when you finally face up to something after avoiding it forever and find out that your fears were completely unwarranted? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm grateful it has been a smooth process. Mind you, I am nowhere near done. But the forward movement is creating a relief and a momentum that make it so much easier to continue on. In case you missed it, the solar plexus oil is a castor oil infused with lemon essential oil, dandelion flowers, sunstone essence, and sun frequencies. This combination has been synergistic in a pretty magical way. I get carried away talking about it, so let me break it down by ingredient, and then we can talk about how the whole is way more than the sum of the parts here. Castor oil has a long history of healing. I have used it in conditioning oils for the hair and scalp for years. It is a go-to in my house for clearing up any kind of eye issues. I just swipe it over closed eyes and let it sink in and work its magic while I sleep. Castor oil is known to promote hair growth and to have the ability to penetrate really deep into the body. It has an affinity for improving flow in the body, be that promoting lymphatic drainage or blood circulation. Studies have shown that castor oil can boost the immune system as well. You'll hear of people taking castor oil internally and applying it externally. Personally, I enjoy working with castor oil externally. Many practitioners will use castor oil packs over the thyroid, the liver, the uterus, and any areas of the body affected by arthritis. I love all of this. And in my experience, you don't really have to go to all the trouble of preparing a pack. I apply castor oil directly to the skin and let it absorb in. This doesn't have to be a complicated process. Next, lemon essential oil. I love aromatherapy and have studied it for years. Lately, I have found myself choosing other preparations for many reasons. Mainly, the production of essential oils is very wasteful in terms of the actual amount of plant material needed to generate the end product. Second, essential oils are very powerful. Sometimes they are exactly what is needed. Sometimes a more subtle form of plant medicine will be more beneficial. Dear listener, I say it all the time. There is no one right remedy. In the case of this solar plexus oil, though, the lemon essential oil has a wonderfully clearing and cleansing effect that just works so well with the castor oil. As you heard in the dandelion conversation, this oil was formulated with the goal of supporting the liver both energetically and physically. The lemon essential oil does a great job of bringing dandelion's energy into the physical and really compounding the benefits of the preparation for the liver and for supporting flow in the body. It also makes this oil smell amazing. So we discussed the message of dandelion in an earlier episode. I loved the idea of excavating my fire and the imagery of dandelion sending a taproot deep into a compacted area in order to help break up the stagnation and bring nutrients and benefits to the surface. It helped me to visualize the energetic process taking place in the solar plexus. As I've used this solar plexus oil, I've really felt like the stagnation in my liver and solar plexus as a whole has been breaking up and moving out. I do feel my fire coming up and shining out with more ease. Interestingly, I think I've been afraid of letting my fire burn too bright for pretty much my whole life. The energy of dandelion alongside sunstone has helped me approach my fire with acceptance. It's in there. I can celebrate it. It's okay, in fact, called for, to tend to that fire, to stoke it. No more suppression. What about you? Do you relate to the feeling that if you let your fire burn, everything around you will melt? Do you have experience with feeling like you are too much or too little? Is it easier to stay calm and quiet so you don't explode? Or do you find yourself erupting often? Either side of the coin, it all points to a need to tend to the energy in the solar plexus. I imagine that there is a need for radical self-acceptance here. A need to treat yourself with grace and love. In this chakra, our fire and the way we express it is telling us something. What is your fire telling you? Sunstone and sun frequencies are the final two ingredients in the solar plexus oil. Sunstone has been sharing wisdom with me for a while, and it amazes me how this particular blend helped me integrate that wisdom even deeper into my consciousness. I haven't made a standalone sunstone essence yet because I just love the way it works with these other energies. I'm sure there is more work to be done with sunstone, and I genuinely look forward to it. The sun frequencies are the cherry on top for me. Oftentimes, when I'm introducing people to the feeling of sound as a tool for relaxation, I will use sun frequencies. They are strong, and when applied to the crown, can be felt throughout the body. I love that sensation. The imagery there is connecting the crown to the energy of the sun and to source energy. To feel warming, expansive vibrations pouring in through the crown and running down into the body. It is an incredible way to pull your energy back into your body and to feel it fill up your body. Aside from the sun's affinity for the solar plexus, these frequencies really help to magnify the energy of the other ingredients. And when all of these components combine, we end up with a really powerful resource for clearing out stagnation in the solar plexus and creating space for a healthy, regulated fire. My preferred method of application is to apply the oil over my liver and to the bottoms of my feet. I do this in the morning and at night. A note here. You can use the castor oil pack method if you want to cover the areas with unbleached flannel or muslin on top of the oil that you have applied. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't bother with that, and I'm experiencing great results. To each their own here. I would also invite you to hold the bottle in your hand close to your solar plexus before applying. Take a few breaths and connect to the energy of the oil. Notice if any part of your body starts calling for your attention. Be curious and let your intuition guide you. I wouldn't be surprised if some people have achy joints asking for a spot of this oil, or even the thyroid or lower belly. The lemon in the oil can make the skin sensitive to the sun, so take caution there. But if areas of the body that are usually exposed to the sun are calling out, maybe try applying at night. You'll find that this particular castor oil isn't as thick as some and is really easy to work with. Pretty soon after I started my protocol, I noticed I was falling asleep faster than usual and staying asleep through the night. When I have trouble sleeping, it's usually due to looping thoughts keeping me awake and leading me down a worry spiral. When I'm working with this oil, I feel like those looping thoughts are drained out of my consciousness before they have a chance to preoccupy my mind. I can't claim that this will help everyone sleep, but I would bet that you'll experience improvement if those looping thoughts are what's contributing to keeping you awake at night. I'm feeling lighter in my body, not so bogged down. I think this is a product of the energetic detox going on, and I'm here for it. It is easier to interact with my fire. I'm creating new relationships with the emotions that can get stuck in the solar plexus, like anger and resentment. The intention is no longer to avoid them completely. Now it is to interact in a healthy way and to let those emotions teach me and then move through me instead of getting stuck. The whole experience is very empowering. And as I share my experience with you, dear listener, I can't help but wonder what will come up for you when you work with this oil. We know everyone is different. We know that the wisdom of dandelion and sunstone will land different for you than they do for me. But I just can't help but get excited about the healing work that awaits you in your solar plexus. Remember, you can purchase the solar plexus oil online at resourcedapothecary.com or in person at any of my retail locations, and you can find a list on the website. I trust that you'll do big work with the resources provided in the meditation library and here in this podcast. Also remember, if you'd like me to hold the pitcher while you refill your cup, we can work together one-on-one in a vibrational energy healing session or in one of my upcoming group sound baths. No matter how you choose to work with this energy, may you feel supported. May you move stagnation out of your solar plexus and have the tools and resources you need to tend to your fire in the way that serves your very highest good. Big love, my friend. Thank you for joining me this week on the Nature's Wisdom podcast. Please be sure to visit www.resourcedapothecary.com to access the meditation library, to get products to support you on your self-care journey, and to schedule energy work with me. This podcast is just the beginning of the powerful work we can do together. You can join me in groups, or we can work together one-on-one when you'd like support to get through specific challenges, or when you'd just like me to hold the pitcher while we refill your cup together. When you visit the website, be sure to sign up for the newsletter and to subscribe to this podcast in your favorite podcast player. Reach out to me via email or on Instagram and let me know how you'd like to be further supported. You, my friend, are a powerful, capable human being, and with the right resources, there is no limit to what you can do.